Hi, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sara Peternell. I'm board certified in holistic nutrition. I'm the owner of Family Nutrition Services in Denver, and I'm the creator of Nourished and Renewed with Hashimoto's, a 30-day online program. I talk about the seasonality of foods a lot with my clients. This is my office. People come in here and I think they expect that I'm going to just talk to them about the things that they should not be eating. Let's be honest, most of us know that there are certain types of foods that really don't work very well for our body. In moderation, sure. Some sweets, a glass of wine, restaurant food, even some junk food. What I want to focus on today are the types of foods that you can actually incorporate that help to negate some of these other types of foods that maybe aren't so good for us. Did you know that your body actually follows a rhythm much like the seasons do on the earth? Now, depending on where you live, whether you're in the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere, of course, your seasons are going to be different. I live here in Denver, Colorado, and we joke about our seasons in Colorado. We have winter and construction. But seriously, we do have a growing season in Colorado, and we actually have access to wonderfully fresh fruits and vegetables, a lot of local farmers, and a lot of produce that we can incorporate depending on the time of year. So people think, oh, she's going to tell me I can't have Diet Coke or I shouldn't eat so much pizza. But what I really want to tell people is that they should eat similarly to their body clock. Your body clock is actually like this rhythm that is in tune with the world around us. Your body clock understands when it's morning, when it's evening, when it's warm, when it's cold, when it's winter, when it's summer. Our own human physical energy very much resonates with the environmental and kind of global or universal energy around us. I have lots of wonderful colleagues in the Eastern medicine and Chinese medicine traditions, and they have shared with me a lot that they know and believe and teach and practice about this concept of qi, right? You can call it a bunch of different things depending on kind of what perspective you're looking at. But qi, our energy, resonates with our food energy. So eating seasonally and beyond that, also eating locally is really, really important. Eating seasonally means that we are actually choosing foods that are energetically appropriate for the time of year. Let me give you an example. Have you ever thought maybe in the dead of winter on a cold, snowy December evening that a big plate of pineapple sure sounded delicious? Probably not. Instinctively and intuitively, we know that this isn't exactly the way our bodies work. Instead, in December, on that cold, snowy night, you probably want a hot bowl of soup or a grounding stew, maybe some bone broth, maybe some hearty meats and some root vegetables. This is called eating in season. This is really tapping into your body's intrinsic energy to be aligned with the types of foods that work best depending on the season. In the summertime, have you ever said to yourself on a hot day, boy, I could sure go for a giant bowl of chicken noodle soup? Pretty unlikely. Instead, in the summer, you might be thinking more about a fresh, bright, cool, and refreshing smoothie, or a giant, crisp, crunchy, and cold salad to cool you down. So our bodies understand this, and sometimes we don't even really put this into words, what it means, but truly what we're doing is we're eating in season. Eating in season, eating the foods that are in season means that we are doing a bunch of different things that are beneficial to our health. The first thing, again, is that we are aligning our physical energy with our food's energy, and we are cooperating with the biological program that our bodies were given to be in harmony and to be in accordance with the bigger world around us. So all things are connected, and when we eat in such a way, we are actually aligning our individual energy with the greater, bigger spiritual universal truths and energies that govern sort of the natural world, the natural fields of energy. So that's the first thing. And I know that sounds really like woo and crazy kind of, holistic goo goo gaga health or whatever. But interestingly enough, a lot of my clients, when I'm not talking about, hey, don't eat this or don't eat that, and I'm not talking about restrictions, but I'm actually talking about abundance. And we talk about abundance of foods that are available at different times of the year and what you can have or get to have, these opportunities for choosing foods wisely that are in season. It's like a whole new ballgame. And people report having better energy, better moods, better sleep, better skin, better weight, better libido. Who doesn't want all of this stuff? Eating in season means that we are reprogramming, again, our alliance and our allegiance and our harmony with a greater, bigger energy of something bigger than ourselves. And that is part of and very important to our own individual health. Also, when we eat in season, we are having a pretty big impact on the environment. I'll give you another example. Sure, in the dead of winter, you probably can get that giant plate of fresh, cold pineapple. The reason why is because we live in a very global economy and foods are available widely around the world, depending on import, export, think about like trucking and shipping and all of the different components of the food industry and how they get foods to your plate. I love the example of blueberries in winter. You go into your local health food store and you see a pint of blueberries on the shelf in January for $8.99, a ridiculous amount of money, because those blueberries are not in season. They had to be picked, probably down somewhere in the southern hemisphere, in South America, probably Chile, picked, packaged, driven on a truck, maybe even shipped on an ocean liner or a jet plane on another truck, then stored in your grocer's refrigerated section of the store, put on the shelf, and then finally purchased and taken home. Your $8.99 organic blueberries in the middle of winter have had a massive impact, a massive footprint on the environment because of that huge distance that it had to travel. Not to mention the fact that your $8.99 blueberries in the middle of winter may not be as nutritious. Whoops, you just spent the money on something that is a health food, but potentially because of that time and because of that distance, maybe doesn't contain the same types of nutrients and phytonutrients that we hope that it will in order to support our health. So we have a powerful impact not just on our health, but also on the health of our environment when we eat in season. Think about this alternative to those blueberries in the middle of winter. Think instead about a warm summer day in late June. And you have the opportunity maybe to take your family or go with some friends to a berry patch and do some picking of some local berries, strawberries or raspberries or boysenberries or blackberries or blueberries. There's a great place at a farm not far from here where I live in Denver where you pay, X amount per pint. You can go fill it up to the top and bring them home. They're fresh off the vine, probably within about maybe 50 to 100 miles of your home, in season, local, loaded with nutrition, and a very minimal impact on the environment. Just whatever took gas, whatever gas you took to drive up there and pick up those berries. Eating seasonally is good for your health. It is good for the environment, and it's also really good for farmers. Our local farmers, they depend on us for, supporting them, trusting them, and buying from them at the right time of year. Yeah, we can stock our fridges and we can stock our freezers pretty much any time of year with whatever kind of, sounds good, whatever our craving is. But when we begin to really kind of tune into this intuition of eating only what's in season and preferably what's in season locally, I know I can't really get pineapple in Colorado no matter what the time of year. That's why when I go someplace where pineapple is grown, like Hawaii or Costa Rica, it is a special treat. Occasionally, yes, I do buy frozen pineapple to throw into a smoothie, but again, it's not really part of kind of our eating seasonally and locally repertoire. I try to support the farmers markets and the local family farms when the Colorado growing season is in full swing. That means in the wintertime, less produce is going to be available to me. So my options are this. I can stock up in the summer and I can freeze or can. I don't want a can. And most things don't last in my freezer very long because I have 2 growing hungry kids. I can also purchase frozen fruits and vegetables from the grocery store to help keep, a variety of different types of vegetables on hand. Those are usually picked at the peak of ripeness and freshness, and then I can store them in my fridge or freezer for when I want to use them at any time of year. Also, I can just be more focused on the types of produce that's available in the wintertime. Things like root vegetables, squashes, pumpkins, potatoes, rutabaga, right? Some unusual and some rare finds. Now, there are a lot of grow houses in Colorado where they are doing hydroponic vegetables, and they are doing like a lot of leafy greens and things like that, so that I know that I can have some access to some of the fresher and lighter foods in the wintertime. But my body doesn't really resonate with that either. I'm more reliant upon the heartier kales and chards and things like that. So, again, I'm going to be trying to cook seasonally, eat seasonally, and again, favoring those seasonal local foods as best as I can. I have another video about the 5 easiest things you can grow in your own garden. Now, this is kind of funny if you know me because I don't really have a green thumb. But I do have some tips and tricks about things that you can grow that are pretty easy even if you have a small yard, so check out that video. Then, if you're like me at the end of summer, I don't want to, lose out on all of my basil that I've spent all summer babying. So guess what I'll do? I'll make some pesto. Then I've got that pesto that I can jar or I can freeze, and I can enjoy that well into the fall and even into the winter. So get creative. Think about some of the ways in which you can start to eat seasonally. Start to think like a wild animal or a bird or an insect. They're only going after what's available right here, right now. Start to think about what really resonates with your body. Start to think about the things that maybe you crave depending on the weather or the time of year. As I said, right now I'm recording this video. It's a hot day in July, and I've had a blueberry smoothie, a big salad, and tonight we'll probably put some protein and vegetables on the grill. That's very much in line with summer seasonal eating. I love when the fall and winter comes around and I pull out my crock pot and I start to make some soups with lots of bone broth. I'll do that all the way through fall, winter, and early spring as part of our nourishing, kind of rhythm or tradition that we have about supporting good nutrient-dense foods when it's, kind of the colder months and our bodies need something else. If you're watching this video and you're one of my followers who has Hashimoto's, don't forget to check out my video about how seasonal changes may also impact your symptoms or how you're feeling with Hashimoto's. That has a big influence on us as well. Most people, whether you have Hashimoto's or not, are in some way influenced by the seasonal changes. Like I said, we are physical beings and we are in line with and we are aligned to the physical energy all around us. Eating in season is a great way to start to take better care of your health, to start thinking about the types of fresh fruits and vegetables, plant-based foods, and other foods that are available to you and that will nourish you at their peak of ripeness and peak of nutritional density that you can get locally right in your own town. Thanks for watching this video. I love sharing my tips for family nutrition, for ways to just incorporate new nutrition, foods, concepts, and ideas into your life. Thanks for watching this video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll be back with more videos really soon. Take care. Hi there. This summer, I've created for you an amazing summer solstice meal plan subscription. It comes in 3 options: the 4-week plan, the 8-week plan, or the 12-week plan. All of the meals are included. 4 meals a day: breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks, 7 days a week. And each week you get access to this beautiful handout with colorful recipes, a complete grocery list, and all of the nutritional information to help you stay on track with your healthy goals this summer. Spend more time in the sun having fun and less time worrying about what you're going to eat. This is a great way to stay on track with your goals and to learn some new, kind of yummy, fun new recipes. They'll stick with you for the long haul. Go to my website, sarapeternell.com, and click on the Resources tab, and there you'll find the meal plan subscription. Thanks.